Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk in more detail about the post-submission review option in the after test settings. So in a previous video I showed how we can set up an LTI link and then some settings in Inspira. It's important to remember that there isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to your settings in Inspira. You need to think carefully about your assessment type and what you want students to be able to do after that assessment finishes as well. And for that, you need to think carefully about the Inspira settings, understand what all of them do so that you can make the right decisions for your assessment and for your course. Allow post-submission review means that students will be able to see their submission after the test window closes. Here you can see I've got a date, which means that after the test window closes, students will have until this date to see their submission. There are two other options underneath here: include correct answers and results page and instant post-delivery access. So the first one, include correct answers and results page, will show the students their submission with the correct answers to the test. The instant post-delivery access means that students will be able to see their submission right after they have clicked submit and before the test window closes. Now, there is an exception to this one. So if we go up further in our settings to general settings, there's this option for enable auto submission, and underneath you have allow candidates to manually submit multiple times within a test window. So if you select this one, as well as allow instant post-delivery access, then this setting isn't going to work, because when students try to access the test again, they're going to be able to submit again. So I'm going to talk through a couple of scenarios based on these settings. So if we remove the date and we leave it as is, so allow student post-submission review, this means that now students will be able to go back and see just their submission without correct answers for a period of up to 2 years. If I add a date, so for me it's the next day, now students will be able to see their submission without correct answers for 24 hours. Remember that this is after the test window closes. If you have an assessment that students might ask for extensions or deferreds for, it's not recommended to tick allow student post-submission review when you're setting up your test. This is a setting that can be activated after the test has been completed. So if you select this before all students in your course have taken the assessment, there is the ability for students to share the questions with their colleagues. Now, the second option is to allow post-submission review with the date and include correct answers. So now the students have 24 hours to see their submission and the correct answers. But this will be after the test window closes. If we click the third option, students can now view their submission and the correct answers right after they click submit. Okay, and they'll be able to do that from when they click submit until the test closes and 24 hours after that with these settings here. So if you have a test that you want to wait until every student in your course has taken the test before you allow any students to see their results, then we'll leave this unclicked. So how do we then allow our students to see their submissions once we're ready for them to see it? For that, we'll have to go back into Deliver when our test has finished. So now I have opened a test that has finished. That means that the test window has closed. Now we can see our settings, but we can't see the details, the options that we selected at the beginning of the test. To see that, we need to go to Show Hide Details, and that will expand all of our options. You will see though that some of the options that we had before the exam are now not able to be selected. So once the test has been delivered, there are certain things that cannot be changed. However, our Allow Post-Student Submission Review option is still available to be changed. So the test has been taken, we're ready for students to see their results, so we'll click Allow Student Post-Submission Review. If you want to restrict the amount of time that students have to see their review, then you'll select that date here. If you don't want to restrict how long they have, then you can leave that date blank. And then we can also choose to include correct answers and the results page. At this point, we don't need to worry about instant post-delivery access because the test has already been delivered. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope that it's been helpful.